Alright, this commutator and conjugate stuff. This is sort of a pattern matching. So a commutator is something where you have a P, you have a Q, the inverse of P, and the inverse of P. That's a commutator. That's what a commutator is. Anything that fits that form is a commutator. Whereas a conjugate is a Q, a P, and a QI. It's like a sandwich. So for example, not a conjugate, because it doesn't, that BI and DI are not inverses. Whoops, inverses. This cannot be a conjugate. This cannot be a conjugate. This cannot be a conjugate, because they're not ending in something in its inverse. This could be a conjugate. This could be a conjugate. This could be a conjugate. Doesn't mean it is, but it could be, because it starts with something and it ends with something that's the inverse. Now for commutators, notice they're just a distinct middle. Something, something, and then the inverses. So let's look at these. Put a line in the middle. If this is P, then this should be the inverse. Oh, and it is. So BI and B, D and DI. This is a commutator. All right. What about this one? Line in the middle. If we have a UI, this should be U, but it's not. So this is neither. That's my problem. I should have written that. That was a possibility. What about this one? Line down the middle. Can this be P? If that were P, then this should be the inverse, but it's not. No. Or maybe this is P. Then this should be P inverse, and it is. The inverse of BID is DIB. And then this would be Q, and this would be Q inverse. What about this? Line in the middle. Could this be P? Yes, it could, because there is the inverse. Could this be Q? Yes, because this is the inverse. The inverse of UF is FIUI. What about this one? Line down the middle. Could R be P? Yes, because there's PI. What about this? Could UF be Q? Oops. Wait a minute. This is not QI, because the opposite of UF isn't UIFI, it's FIUI. So this is also a neither. Okay. What about this? This could be a conjugate, because it has an F and an FI. It also has an RI and then an R. It also has an L and then an LI. So this is Q and this is QI. The inverse of FRIL is LIRFI. And then this would be the process in the middle. This is a conjugate. Conjugate. Commutator. 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 This is a commutator of a conjugate. Or rather, a conjugate of a commutator, sorry. Because this is the RF, RI, FI. So this is a Q and a QI of RF. So this is both. And so this is, who knows? But on the other hand, wait, UL, UI, LI, well, that's a commutator. UL, FU, that sounds so funny to say. FIUI. All right. So it can be a product too. So lots of examples of these flying around. Try them.